Today we're doing a slow motion comparison between two incredible cameras. On the left side I have the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and on the right side the professional Sony A7S3, both shooting at 4K at 120 frames per second. I will use a V&A filter on both lenses to control the exposure on both cameras. But for this test, I will be using the Blackmagic Camera app, which gave me more control over the setting, like the shutter speed and the frame per second, allowing me to obtain the perfect motion blur to make the footage look smooth and cinematic. In the Blackmagic Camera app, I will use a 24mm lens, which is the better one on the iPhone. I set the frame per second at 120 and the shutter double the frame per second, so 1/250 for a more cinematic look. In the setting, the codec is at Apple ProRes 422HQ in 4K and the color space is Apple Log. Also, I enable the option Stop Recording if the media drop frame. In the Media tab, I set the Save Clip to a folder on the Crucial SSD to handle the massive ProRes file from the iPhone. I've connected an external SSD from Crucial, the Model XN, which helped me to keep my storage free on the iPhone and allow for longer recording time without interruption. Now let's check my setting for the Sony A7S3. I will use the 1635 f4 lens from Sony. I set it to obtain about the same field of view than the iPhone. The frame per second is set at 120 frames per second and the shutter speed at 1/250. My color profile is PP8, which is S-Log3. For my setup, I have two tripods. On the left, I have the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and on the right, the Sony A7S3. On both cameras, I set the ISO at around 640, and I use the V&A filter to adjust the light. In the Blackmagic Camera app, I set the histogram in the middle, and I also check if the zebra is not blinking. For the Sony, I adjust my setting to have the EV at 1.3. Also check if the zebra is not blinking. Hey, before we start shooting, don't forget to subscribe, like, and add a comment down below. This will be very appreciated. Thanks. Now I show you different scenes I shot with these two cameras. Okay, while recording shot on the iPhone, I noticed that recording stopped a few times. I didn't think the SSD was the issue, since it has a very high speed, around 2000 meg by second. So I checked the cable connecting the SSD to the iPhone. I was using a Thunderbolt 4 cable, which seemed fast enough. Then I tried the original cable that came with the drive, and the same problem occurred. After doing some research, I found that the iPhone requires a certified USB 3.2 Gen 2 or Gen 2 by 2 cable. I did another test and I started a new recording, which I manually stopped after 40 minutes without any issue. So my recommendation is to always use a certified USB cable for recording with the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max for recording at 4K at 120 frames per second in Apple ProRes 422HQ. Now let's continue with the conclusion of my video. So if you're looking for smooth, professional slow motion footage, both cameras excel at 120 20 frames per second, but they offer different benefits. The Sony A7S3 gives you more control and flexibility in post-production, especially with S-Log profile. The iPhone 16 Pro Max, when combined with the Blackmagic camera app, provide incredible slow-motion footage with easy-to-use control and added power of external SSD to manage those huge ProRes files. So what do you think? Would you prefer the flexibility of the Sony A7S3 convenience or the iPhone with the Blackmagic camera app? Let me know in the comment. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, just click on the link up here or in the description. See you in my next video. Bye.